What if I told you that Africa had female armies so fierce they inspired the myth of the Amazons? For centuries, history books have downplayed or outright erased the stories of powerful African women who led armies, defended their kingdoms, and defied colonial powers. Today, we are unearthing their stories. We begin in the kingdom of Dahomey, now Benin, where an all-female regiment known as the Agoji, or the Dahomey Amazons, reigned supreme from the 18th to the 19th centuries. These women weren't just ceremonial guards, they were a highly trained, battle-ready force, numbering up to 6,000 warriors. Initially formed as elephant hunters, the Gbeto, under King Hukbadja, they evolved into a formidable army to circumvent the Oyo Empire's demand for male slaves as tribute. Imagine the Oyo Empire demanding slaves, and Dahomey responding not with men, but with an army of highly trained women. King Gizo significantly expanded their ranks in the 19th century, organizing them into specialized regiments. Their training was brutal. 1/3 of them never survived initiation that involved isolation, mock battles, and a vow of celibacy punishable by death. Their war chant echoed their transformation. They said, "As the blacksmith takes an iron bar and by fire changes its fashion, so have we changed our nature. We are no longer women, we are men." In 1851, under the command of Sedong Hongbei, 6,000 Amazons launched a fierce assault on the Egba fortress at Abeokuta in Nigeria. While the attack ultimately failed, its brutality, resulting in over 1,200 attacker deaths, demonstrated their unwavering commitment. The Dahomey Amazons, armed with Winchester rifles, clubs, and knives, even had specialized regiments that carried severed heads as trophies. The brutal effectiveness of the Dahomey Amazons allowed the kingdom to expand and control lucrative slave trade routes, posing a significant obstacle to European colonization. Fast forward to the 16th century, in what is now northern Nigeria, where Queen Amina of Zozo ruled with an iron fist. Ascending to the throne in 1576, she was not content with the boundaries of her kingdom. Amina embarked on a campaign of expansion, conquering 34 cities and establishing Zozo as a major power. She was not only a military strategist but also a builder. Amina ordered the construction of fortified walls around her conquered cities, some of which, known as Ganyua, span 12 to 20 kilometers around Zaria and are still visible today. It is also said that Queen Amina demanded a tribute of 10 virgins from each conquered city, for trade or for her harem. From West Africa, we travel south to present-day Angola, where Queen Nzinga fiercely resisted Portuguese colonization in the 17th century. Born in 1583, Nzinga was a diplomat and a warrior, ruling over the kingdoms of Ndongo and Matamba. Facing relentless pressure from the Portuguese, who sought to control the region's lucrative slave trade, Nzinga adopted a strategic approach combining diplomacy and military resistance. She famously used a human chair, her servant on all fours, at the 1622 Portuguese negotiations to assert equality when no seat was provided. She won key battles in 1624 and 1626, employing guerrilla tactics to frustrate the Portuguese war machine. Even into her 60s, Queen Nzinga led troops into battle. She negotiated a peace treaty in 1656 after surviving multiple assassination attempts. Her resistance significantly reduced Portuguese slave exports by 50% via guerrilla warfare. Now we journey to the Ashanti Empire, present-day Ghana, where Queen Asantewaa, the Queen Mother of Ejisu, ignited a war against British colonial rule in 1900. When the British demanded the surrender of the Golden Stool, the sacred symbol of the Ashanti nation, Asantewaa rallied her people to resist. She famously declared, "Now I have seen that some of you fear to go forward to fight for our king. If you the men will not go, then we the women will. I shall call upon my fellow women. We will fight the white men. We will fight till the last of us falls in the battlefields. Mobilizing between 5,000 and 10,000 warriors, she led the War of the Golden Stool. Though ultimately unsuccessful, her leadership delayed British control and continues to inspire resistance movements today. She was captured and exiled to the Seychelles, where she died in 1921. Let's journey northeast to the ancient kingdom of Kush, in modern-day Sudan, where Kendik Amina ruled from around 40 to 10 BC. This powerful queen led the Meroitic army against the invading Roman Empire, defeating legions under Prefect Publius Petronius and negotiating a peace treaty that ended Roman tribute demands. She lost an eye in battle but personally led a 164-kilometer march to sack Roman Coptos in 22 BCE, proving her military prowess. Moving south to Lesotho and South Africa, we encounter Mantitisi, a chieftainess of the Tlokwe clan who commanded an army of 40,000 to 50,000 warriors during the turbulent Viken Wars in the early 19th century. She carried her son City in battle and used him as a shield. Her army included child soldiers and survived by raiding during the 1820s famines. Finally, we travel to Zimbabwe, where Nihanda Naikasikona, a Shona spiritual leader, spearheaded the first Kimurenga uprising against the British South Africa Company in 1896 and 1897. This rebellion challenged Cecil Rhodes's colonial ambitions. She was captured and executed by hanging on April 27, 1898. Her last words prophesied, "My bones will rise," a statement that resonated deeply with future generations of Zimbabwean freedom fighters. It is alleged the British officer Richard Randolph Nesbitt used her skull as a beer mug until the 1970s. From Dahomey to Zimbabwe, these women warriors defy easy categorization. They filled labor gaps caused by the slave trade, proved women could lead armies, and challenged gender norms. The Dahomey Amazons enabled kingdom expansion and influenced West African military tactics. Asantewaa and Nihanda sparked anti-colonial revolts. Nzinga and Amina preserved sovereignty. Their stories have inspired films like The Woman King, starring Viola Davis, and statues of Queen Amina stand tall in Nigeria. Nihanda's image graces Zimbabwe's currency, and Nzinga is celebrated with a national holiday in Angola. Even today, their legacy echoes in modern female military units and inspires women's rights movements across the continent. These women warriors are not just figures of the past, they are symbols of strength, resilience, and the enduring spirit of Africa. Their memories live on, inspiring future generations to fight for justice and equality.